Hey everyone, and a huge, warm welcome back to the channel. It is so wonderful to have you here with me today. Before we plunge into the incredible darkness of the deep sea to witness one of nature's most spectacular light shows, I want to take a sincere moment to send my very best wishes to you and your loved ones. I genuinely hope you are feeling happy, healthy, and full of positive energy. Remember to take a deep breath and be kind to yourself. Now, let's turn off the lights and journey to a world of permanent midnight, a place so alien that life has invented its own suns. We're talking about the amazing deep-sea fish and other creatures that produce their own light, a magical ability known as bioluminescence. Imagine being in a place where no sunlight has ever reached. A place that is colder than your freezer and under pressure so immense it would feel like having an entire building stacked on your finger. This is the deep ocean, a world of absolute blackness that begins about 200 meters below the surface and extends down to the seafloor thousands of meters below. For us, this darkness is terrifying and lifeless. But for the animals that live there, it is home. And in this eternal night, they have solved the problem of no light in the most incredible way possible. They have learned to create their own. This isn't like turning on a flashlight, it is a beautiful, chemical reaction happening inside their bodies or with the help of tiny bacteria, turning them into living, swimming lanterns. This ability to create light is so common in the deep that scientists believe it is the rule, not the exception. If you could take a census of all life in the deep ocean, the majority of it would likely be bioluminescent. So how does this magic work? It all comes down to a simple but elegant chemical reaction. Inside special light-producing organs called photophores, these animals have a molecule called luciferin. When luciferin combines with oxygen, with the help of a special enzyme called luciferase, a reaction occurs that releases energy in the form of light. It is very efficient, producing almost no heat, which is why it is often called cold light. Think of it like the glow of a firefly on a summer night, but underwater and in a million different variations. Some animals, like certain fish and squid, produce their own luciferin. Others have formed a lifelong partnership with bioluminescent bacteria. They house millions of these glowing bacteria in special sacs or organs on their bodies. In return for a safe home and food, the bacteria provide their host with a constant, ready-made light source. The animal can often control this light by restricting the blood flow to the organ or by using a muscular shutter, like a tiny eyelid, to open and close the glow whenever it wants. Now, the next big question is why? Why would an animal go to all that trouble to make light in a world where staying hidden is the best way to survive? The reasons are as varied and creative as the animals themselves, and they reveal an entire secret world of communication and survival strategies. One of the most common uses is for camouflage. This might sound backwards. How does making light help you hide? Well, if you are a small creature living in the deep sea, the biggest threat often comes from below. A predator looking up can see your silhouette against the faint glow from the surface miles above. To counter this, many fish and squid have photophores on their bellies that produce a soft, blue light that exactly matches the color and intensity of the sunlight filtering down from above. This technique, called counter-illumination, effectively erases their shadow, making them invisible from below. They are essentially using light to become invisible. Of course, light is also used for the opposite of hiding, it is used for hunting. The deep sea is a vast, empty space, and finding food is incredibly difficult. So, many predators use bioluminescence as a fishing lure. The most famous example is the anglerfish. A female anglerfish has a long, modified spine tipped with a glowing piece of flesh that dangles right in front of her enormous mouth. She wiggles this glowing lure in the darkness, and curious smaller fish investigate, thinking it might be a tasty snack. The moment they get close, she opens her jaws and inhales her meal in a fraction of a second. Other fish have developed glowing chins, or barbels, that look like little glowing worms to attract prey. Some even use a startling flash of light to temporarily blind and confuse their target, giving them a precious second to attack. But it isn't all about predation and defense, it is also about love. In a world without landmarks, where it is pitch black and population densities are low, finding a mate is a huge challenge. Bioluminescence becomes a dating profile written in light. Different species have unique patterns of light flashes and glows, like a secret Morse code that only they understand. A male might recognize a female of his exact species by the specific pattern of dots and dashes on her body. They can signal their readiness to mate, or even use their light shows to compete with rivals, all in a silent, beautiful dance in the dark. This communication is vital for the survival of these incredible species. The color of this light is also very important. Nearly all bioluminescence in the ocean is a blue-green color. There is a very good physics reason for this. Blue light travels the farthest through water. Red light, for example, is absorbed very quickly and is virtually invisible in the deep sea. This is why so many animals are a dull red or black. In the deep, they are essentially invisible because there is no red light to reflect. But a few animals have evolved to use red light, which is like having a secret private channel. The stoplight loosejaw dragonfish can both produce red light and see it. It uses a beam of red light like a sniper's scope to illuminate its prey without being detected, because the prey cannot see the red wavelength. It is the ultimate stealth tool. Witnessing this phenomenon is a dream for scientists and explorers. They use specially designed, sensitive cameras on remotely operated vehicles to document this light show. When they turn off the vehicle's bright white lights and use only dim red lights that the animals cannot see, the deep sea explodes into a galaxy of living stars. It is a breathtaking sight that reveals an entire universe of complex behaviors we are only just beginning to understand. The bioluminescent deep sea is a constant reminder that life is not just resilient, it is profoundly creative. In the most inhospitable place on our planet, life has not only found a way to survive, but it has done so with breathtaking beauty, turning the eternal darkness into a canvas for its own living light. It is a hidden world of silent fireworks, a testament to the endless ingenuity of evolution. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.